This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. What is up, me little sugar boogers? Welcome back to the channel for a brand new speed build. So today, you guys, we are going to be creating a house for the new family in our island living Let's Play. I am so freaking excited for the release of this Let's Play. I seriously was working on this family, their relationships, and their home till 4:30 in the manana, and let me tell you, that was no easy feat because your girl, even though I sound pretty chipper, like after 45 freaking Advils, I actually am having a serious reaction to the cold that I had, and this is gross. This is like super duper nasty, but if you're into that kind of thing, it might like, it might be kind of interesting too. My mouth is full of blisters. I don't know how this happened. No, it's not strep, mono, hand, foot, mouth, any of those, any of those illnesses. It's actually just my body's way of fighting things. So like, thanks Jen for making a common cold complicated, you know what I mean? Anyways, I am so glad that I sacrificed my sleep for this family, because when I tell you they are probably one of my favorite households, I know you've heard it before like a million times. I mean, let's be real. But they honestly are one of my favorite households. I really wanted to be able to get the first video up on island living the moment embargo lifted. I just knew that wasn't realistic because we only had 24 hours to actually capture our footage, plan our families, and to be honest, that is a short amount of time, especially when you really want to go into detail with it and create a backstory and, you know, put in those relationships. So I decided to go ahead and take my time, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. This home here, seriously, you guys, is one of the best I have ever done, simply because I have never built anything that is kind of like beachy or island-esque, and I feel like Hawaii or like the Polynesian, I wouldn't say culture, but kind of sort of, but like, you know, the homes in Hawaii, they have a very distinct look, and I feel like a lot of the homes in Sulani also have a very like island Hawaiian kind of like, you know, vibe about them. And to be honest, like I said just 2 seconds ago, and I'm repeating myself, I don't know what to do when it comes to that. So I seriously like Googled a bunch of like island homes. I went ahead and like took a couple snaps of some of the interiors on the homes on the island and basically compiled it into this. And I am actually shooketh at myself that this is something I built. I showed Rachel early in the manana, and she was like, girl, you built that? And I'm like, bish, I don't even know how. Well, I'm over here like hacking and choking on my saliva. I did that, y'all. I'm so excited. And the reason why I decided to go and create a home versus just using one that was already pre-made on the island, to be honest, I do love the homes. I almost said houses, so it came out kind of weird, but I do love the houses and the homes that they have made for Sulani. But to be honest, I really wanted something that was a little more personal, that reflected my family, that came from mi corazon. And did I say family? Yeah, family. So I will tell you a little bit about the MEHALONA family. Well, obviously I told you they're a family. So I've got a total household number of, I think, 4 Sims. So we have the grandfather, we have the mother, and then we have the father, and then we have Rue MEHALONA. She is seriously the cutest thing I have ever seen. If you guys actually want to see a little snapshot of her, I'll actually put her up on the screen right now, and then I think I might have posted that on Twitter. I'm not 100% sure. Literally, I'm like recording this voiceover 8 minutes before the embargo lifts, and about 10 minutes since I came back from the doctors. Like, we are shredding today, fam. We are really shredding it. Like, I'm just cruising for a bruising. I don't even know, but yeah, I'm definitely on a whole nother wave. But yeah, so pretty much in a nutshell, here is the exterior completed. It was really easy for me to create kind of like the shell of this home. I love it. I can't even believe that I did this, that I made this house. Like, I just feel like I did a wonderful job, first and foremost. Second of all, I didn't realize how big I actually made it. So one of the things that I noticed, and I used to do this all the time, and I feel like a lot of people do this too, you just over exaggerate your builds. Like, you just make a big house, and you don't even need that much space. And I mean, for a family of 4, I guess it's okay. Like, I'm not that mad at it, but I definitely wanted them to originally kind of have something a little more smaller, a little more like shack like, if you will. But then I was thinking about it. I feel like all of my LPs kind of start off at rock bottom. Like, everybody has like this rags to riches saga that we literally never accomplish. So I wanted to kind of start off somewhere in the middle. And in this family, honestly, money isn't the main goal. It's more about family. And that was another reason why I decided to go ahead and create a family versus actually just starting off with like a single sim or couple sims, because we've done that. We've done that so many freaking times. It is overplayed, y'all. And to be real with you, ever since I've been playing with my Suarez family, which I'm happy to report I'm still playing with, I've been just really craving that family kind of gameplay, that family lifestyle. And I feel like with Rue and her mom and her dad and her grandfather, who also has a really sad backstory, oh my god, I feel like you guys are going to fall in love, helplessly in love with these characters, because I've even created relationships for Rue, obviously her family, and then she has like a best friend. Her best friend's name is Journey, and then there's her brother, Journey's brother Ryan. He's he is the apple of Rue's eye, but he is so out of her league. Oh my god, he's a lifeguard too. So like when she goes to the local beach and she watches him, on duty, it literally makes her freaking like mouth water, but she'll never tell her best friend because that's her brother. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we might be crossing some damn lines there, Rue. But anyways, that's all that I'm going to tell you for now. I want to just like spill the beans. I want to tell you everything about this family because I think you guys are really going to love it. Like, I really do. And just the whole dynamic and, with the household and the fact that we're kind of starting off, I wouldn't say on a blank slate, but I'm laying down the foundation for this family, and there's just so much more room to like grow, and there's so many things that could happen, and basically I'm just like opening up the door and I'm letting you guys decide which door we walk through next is basically what I'm getting at. So let's talk a little bit more about the build. So I know it says like Sapphire Shores or whatever, but that is definitely not going to be the official name of this build. I will be uploading this to the gallery the moment that the game actually launches. So I think a few of you guys were kind of confused when the game is available for download and purchase. So I do believe you can pre-order it now. I'm pretty sure that's a given. And then I think it like pops online at 12 a.m. On the 21st. So like literally like right after, the 20th. 11:59, and then boom, 12 o'clock midnight. There we go. On the 21st, I think you guys can start installing the game and playing it. And so that's when my giveaway is going to end. And that is when you can get your Manitos on Island Living. But anyway, I don't know what I was saying. I think I was just actually talking about the build. But here we are in the kitchen. Now, this was like one of those lodge and in charge spaces where I was like, girl, you really overdid yourself. But I mean, after I started kind of playing around with everything, I really like the way that this space turned out. Let me just tell you, these counters are something else, man. So I love what they did with these counters. They definitely give me like cool kitchen vibes, just a hair, like just a little tidbit. But unfortunately, they don't really come with any island, like an actual, right? Island living. Hello, where's the islands? But no, seriously, like there's no island to like put up some really cute little like, bar stools or something. So I actually just took the counter as it was and reversed it. And thankfully, it's really cool looking. Like I've never used a counter like this before. And they're kind of like skinny too. So I gave the appearance of an island. I kind of took up that dead space a little bit, but used the counters. And that's it. Like there's no cupboards or anything that comes with this. I did actually use some cupboards from Parenthood. Those worked really well in conjunction with that. I feel like the modern cool kitchen cupboards. Did I say counters? I probably did. Cupboards work really good with that as well. It's just kind of like matching the swatches. That's a little troublesome, but other than that, I figured it out. Now I'm not done with the kitchen. Jen, she's like a bunny. She likes to hop around everywhere. So now we're going to be moving on to the living room. Originally, I really wanted to stick with just like base game and very limited on the packs, but then I remembered this is for our Let's Play. Like go balls to the freaking wall, okay? Like, seriously, like, we are just gonna go all the way out there, fam, because again, this is a home I'm gonna be playing with, and I really want it to be completely limitless when it comes to my creativity. And so I will definitely admit getting the style down inside was a lot harder than the outside. But I used let me just tell you, in case you're wondering what packs Island Living fits really well with. Now, I definitely like I think it's like the laundry. There's some laundry day stuff, because laundry day had like a lot of wicker, and I feel like so does Island Living. I really loved Parenthood as well. What other packs? I think Seasons, Cats and Dogs actually played beautifully with this, because in Cats and Dogs, there are these really cool like ornaments and wall decorations that come with like Brindleton Bay, and I use those as just like little wall fillers. You'll see in here in just a second. I used like a fishing net or something like that, and I thought that was really cool too. And even more of the I forgot what the name of it is, but there's like kind of it's the furniture style that you see often in Oasis Springs, like with the little chest thing here. Like, I feel like you could definitely use a lot of base game with this pack, but I feel like honestly it's kind of weird. Once I started just like opening up my mind and just letting like whatever inspiration like flow to me, I realized that this expansion really does work with a bunch of different packs, and the swatches match all of these different various packs. Like, it is so easy just to mix and match, and I really love that too about this expansion. And see, here I'm using, I don't know what chair I was using. I moved so quickly, but I know that it's part of like an expansion or something, but it's wicker and it looks great. And I even used a little bit of the bowling alley stuff in here too. I'm telling you, I probably used every single freaking pack, and there's like a base game bookshelf and all that jazz. So I kind of want to go back and tell you just a little bit more about the family. I'm so anxious to film the first part. I'm so freaking excited. But I will tell you kind of like just the general. I won't tell you too much more about like the backstory. I won't read it off to you or anything, but the general idea about this family is that they're kind of, well, they're first of all, they were born on the island. Rue's parents were, and her dad's name is Kimo, and then her mom is called, I think it's Leani or something like that. I don't really know how to say her name 100%. And then her dad, or her grandfather rather, is Eldorus, I think is how you say his name. I'm not 100% sure if that's how Eldorus? Yeah, Eldorus. And so they are very family oriented. They are, the type of family that will be there for you no matter what the situation is. They are, full of tradition, full of like doing the right thing, being, good to the island, helping out your neighbors, just being really amazing, wholesome people, right? And then I feel like they are so super duper traditional, and then Rue is kind of like, she's not like super traditional like her parents, but then she feels the pressure to be super duper traditional, especially her grandfather, who is like island royalty. He recently moved in with Rue and her parents because he actually lost his wife, their grandmother, and I forgot what the grandmother's name is. I don't know why I didn't write it down, but Rue was very, very close to her. She taught Rue so freaking much. And Kimo, he is actually a child of the island. I'm telling you way too much. And so he has that connection with the spiritual beings. He has that connection with his ancestors. And so I'm kind of interested in seeing how that's going to play into the household. And the grandmother is actually, her tombstone is on site. So you will see it once we actually get in game and stuff. It's kind of interesting. And then Eldorus, he's he is a very quirky individual. He literally is a great storyteller, and boy, oh boy, does he love to tell stories. He loves to talk about the mermaids and, all the mystical creatures that like linger in the ocean, and that there's, hidden treasure in there and all these amazing things. And then Liani, who is not his daughter, but his daughter-in-law rather, she just She loves his stories, but sometimes they can get so far-fetched that she just can't help but cringe. And it's interesting because Rue is literally hooked on every word that her grandfather says. I feel like Rue, she's only 15. She's very impressionable. She's an open book, like I said. We really don't know which way she's going to turn, if she's going to follow in the footsteps of her very traditional parents and grandparents, or take on a more like Rogue path, you know, especially with the influence of Journey and her little crush on Ryan. I'm very interested to see like kind of like what decision she makes. And this also kind of like sets the path for us just to be able to enjoy the game. I don't have any definitive ending, like anything can happen, sort of a thing, where I feel like with all my other LPs, especially Get Famous, which by the way, I will be filming Island Living and posting Island Living for the entire week. So if you're wondering where those LPs are, they are on a hiatus because obviously we're enjoying the new pack. But yeah, I feel like with Get Famous especially, I do kind of have like a it's in the far future, but I have like a notch that I have to tick. And so I feel like I'm kind of like monkey barring these LPs because I've got like these plans, like these things, life events that have to take place at some point. And it's like, I don't know. It feels like it's like a game of like horseshoe or something, you know, just see if you can just whack at it and hit it. I don't know. Long story short, I don't have that with this LP. It's just, this is what it is. And what happens in the future is left for debate. And so that gives you guys a really nice playing ground just to kind of like, you know, put in your input and decisions and thoughts and theories and all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And there's a lot more that I have to tell you about this family, and I feel like their backstory could potentially hit all the notches that this particular expansion pack showcases. So, the embargo just lifted. It is 12:04. You're probably seeing this at like 2 o'clock. So yeah, there's that. And if you're wondering when the first part of Island Living is going to launch, it's going to be today. I might even have 2 episodes up today if I am feeling daring, but if not, I will definitely be spamming you manana because there's just so much that I wanted to get done. And like I said, you know what? Like, I would rather be the damn turtle than the hare. So again, I'd be the tortoise. Is it turtle? Tortoise. Turtle is like water. Tortoise is gravel, right? Dirt, road, whatever. Yeah, okay. I would rather be the tortoise than the hare. You get what I'm saying? Like, I literally look like a tortoise. So that I already have that going for me. So like, why not go all the way? You know what I mean? But yeah, and I want to give you guys the best. I really do. And I feel like lately I have been so focused on creating stories. Every time I post like a family, you guys seem to be just loving them, and that's what it's all about, man. That is what it's all about. And your girl's building skills are starting to pop. Like, woo, I am glowing up, sis. Ow, I just bit a blister. Holy shiznits. Anyways, I'm very excited, as you guys can tell, and I hope that you are too. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this build? Like I said, it's kind of spacey, I'm not gonna lie, but it definitely gives me island vibes. And then also, let's just go ahead and like point to Rue's room. I love how her room is so traditional, but then you can also just totally gather that she's more of like a, what is the word? I don't know what it is exactly. Not millennial, but like she's very like Western worldish, even though probably I would assume that this too is in the Western hemisphere. I don't know. I'm horrible at that kind of crap. But yeah, I really do feel like she is kind of more like mainstream and her parents are super duper traditional, and I just kind of wonder like how that's going to conflict and if it is or if it isn't. Also, I don't know, maybe like, you know, with her parents being so into family, we might actually end up having like a little brother or a little sister, and then how would Rue act being 15 and then having a sibling? Oh my god, especially because she spent the last 15 years as the only child. Oh my gosh, the possibilities are freaking endless. And so also, just gonna go and shout out to all of my mod lovers and friends out there. The MC Command Center has been updated, as well as UI Cheats. UI Cheats is conflicting, especially if you go into Create a Sim and you're noticing, hey, my little dice to like randomize the traits isn't there. Well, that is because UI Cheats is indeed conflicting. And also, if you have like the multiple columns for your Create a Sim, that's also not working. So just take those out. I also took out like base mental. I took out like extreme violence, pretty much everything except for my explore mod. that seems to be working good. And then a slice of life as well seemed to be completely a-okay. But the last few things that we are going to be doing is obviously just kind of like touching up on the inside. I'm going to be honest with you guys, these curtains though, these curtains are fuego. I love how there's like this little slight clear transparency to them. They are so beautiful and they're skinny. I feel like, oh my God, I feel like we always get like these big old freaking gigantuous Godzilla drapes that are just so huge, lodging and charged in your face. And it's like, woo, back up, sir. You know what I mean? And so to like actually have something that's kind of tiny and like tucks into the window, I love that. So for the exterior of our island home, I did decide to go ahead and make some use of the odds and ends. I did actually use some of these little like totems. I love those. I also really like these little lamp things. They're kind of weird. At first I was like, okay, there's just like little arrows, like what the hell? But at night flames come out of them. So that was kind of cool. There's this also really fun little like utility kind of cabinet thing that like holds all your scuba gear. And no, none of us Sims are presently into scuba diving, but we've got a couple collectors on our hands, so that's going to be interesting. Maybe we can get one of them into that. My cat is downstairs playing with some balls. Yazzie, why you doing that? Okay, like literally, like never plays with the balls, and then today he's like, I love balls. You know, it's just like, kid, like just slow it down a notch. He's pissed because I haven't fed him yet, but we'll get there anyway. So yeah, I'm kind of keeping it light and simple. Wanted to kind of play with the translucent floors a little bit, just because I really liked that. But then I was like, you know what, we're being way too extra right now. Don't want to spend too much money. Let's just throw down some lounge chairs. I can imagine this space being so much fun for Rue to come out, sunbathe a little bit, look out at the ocean. We don't have any like aquatic things either, so we'll definitely have to grab some of those. Now, obviously, the principle is not to be totally balling to where it's like not a challenge, because I don't think that's fun at all. So I think after everything is said and done, we're probably hitting it around the $3,000 range, which still gives us a lot of like playroom to pick up things and, you know, maybe get a boat or something like that. But also we do need it to definitely work. And I don't know if I told you, but Chemo, he is a fisherman, so that's cool. I think Grandpa is a conservationist, remember, because he's like royalty. He's island royalty, loves the island, wants to take care of it. And then Mom, she's kind of like the caretaker of the house, so she doesn't really have like a formal job, but maybe we could get her something, or we could just have her, like I said, just kind of be like a stay-at-home mom and just take care of the family. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to do some very, very, very light landscaping. I'm putting down some of the new palm trees. They're freaking stunning. I do have a couple empty little plots for like, you know, some collectibles. I envision we'll probably grab some coconuts, pineapples, and all the new harvestables there. And I did use a couple of the backyard stuff items such as the bird feeder, and then also threw in some of the little bamboo chimes. And I think that's about it, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and stop screaming in your freaking ear and wrap up this video here. I hope that you all enjoyed. And if you did, you know what to do. Don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine. And I will see you all in a couple hours. Bye, guys.